All right, everyone, welcome to Sour Horsepower. Today we're going to be taking a look at this 2022 Jeep Wagoneer Series II. All right, so today we're going to be taking a walk around, highlighting some of the differences between the Series 2 and the Series 3. Now, I've already posted a Series 3 review, so if you want to see a more in-depth review on that, go ahead, check my channel, or I'll put a little card up here that you guys can click on and go watch that after you watch the Series 2 video. But we're not going to go completely fully in-depth on this one, because I've covered a lot of it already, but I will point out some of the differences between the 2 and the 3 and show you what you do get versus what you don't get. So let's go ahead and take a look. All right, so starting off right off the bat, the biggest thing you notice is going to be here on the side of the vehicle. So the Series 2 comes with 20-inch wheels instead of the 22s on the Series 3. Now, in theory, this would lead to a better ride quality, having more tire sidewall compared to the 22-inch wheels. But the Series 2 does not come standard with the air suspension. Now, later on in this video, we're going to drive this car, and I'm going to give you guys my thoughts comparing the smaller wheels with normal suspension compared to the larger wheels with the air suspension. All right, so moving down the side here, you see we have fixed running boards here on the Wagoneer Series 2. The Series 3 comes standard with power folding boards. Now, another thing you notice when we get to the back is here, this is going to be the Quadra-Track 1 system. Now, on the Series 3, you get the Quadra-Track 2. I will go ahead and put a little caption here highlighting the differences between the two different systems. But overall, exterior of the vehicle is very much the same. Series 2 badge there, as you can see. But yeah, exterior is basically the same. There's not going to be too many differences between all of the Wagoneers, but the majority of changes come from the interior on these and not necessarily exterior features. So as you can see here, just like on the Series 3, it has the radar here for the cruise control, among all the other tech options. So let's go ahead, we'll jump into the interior, and I'll point out some of the major differences. Actually, first, let's take a look at the window sticker. So I will go ahead and do like a little overlay here of the Series 3 versus the Series 2 window sticker, so you guys can compare to see what's standard on 2 versus 3. But on this vehicle, this one has no additional options on it, and the base price here is $71,845. You add on a $2,000 destination charge, gives you a total price of $73,845. Now, when you move into the interior, first thing you're going to notice that's different between the Series 2 and the Series 3 is right here. Series 2 comes with a 9-speaker, I believe it is 9-speaker. Yes, 9-speaker Alpine system with subwoofer compared to the Macintosh system that comes standard on the Series 3. But overall, you still get the same sort of wood trim that's very heavily lacquered to give it a very nice shine to it. Now, I will say, I'm not sure if it's actually true or not, but some of the leathers, like on the steering wheel and stuff, they do feel of a lesser quality than the Series 3 stuff. But overall, still a very nice place to be. Another thing you will notice up here is just a padded dash, like a padded rubber foam dash, not a fully leather wrap dash. And then you also, this one does not come with any extra sort of high quality floor mats or anything. But let's go ahead, take a look around the tech some more, and then we'll go ahead and get out on the road and highlight some of the differences between the driving characteristics between the Series 2 and Series 3. All right, so overall, like I said, the interior is very nice, but it's definitely a step back from the Series 3. One thing you will notice here is like piano black everywhere, which gets covered in fingerprints and stuff. You see it all right here. Not the greatest, but when it is clean, it does look very nice. Both of the screens are the same here. So here you have a 10.25 inch display for your gauge cluster, and then over here is a 10.1 inch screen for your navigation and infotainment and stuff. You still have all the same buttons coming along the side or down along the bottom of the screen here for your climate controls. Up here, you still have the same as the Series 3 is what I'm saying. If I say same as, it's going to be the same as the Series 3. You do have your heated seats and cooled seats and stuff right here, and then the passenger has the same for them as well. One thing the Series 2 does not have is a passenger display. Now, I believe that was an option on the Series 3. I will confirm right here on the screen. No passenger display on this one, at least. But like I said, there are no option boxes checked on this one. But again, overall, still a very, very nice place to be. But just not up to the quality and some of the fit and finish materials of the Series 3. Now, let's go ahead and take a look at the back seats here. Basically, everything is the exact same. Obviously, it's the same vehicle. Just like I said, the seat leathers and everything is just slightly toned down a little bit compared to the Series 3. So down here is like your little media section. You do have a wireless charging pad down here. You also have your USB controls over here, and then a 12-volt plug right there as well. Down along here you have your auto stop start, lane keep, traction control, your hazards, parking sensors, tow haul mode, and then mute, which is kind of an odd place for it, if I'm going to be honest. To mute your radio is all the way down, like the far corner, far away from it. But I guess there's not many other places to put it, so maybe they could have put another haptic button here, but I'm still not a fan of these. Let's see, like that one, actually this one works kind of, see, not really. You have to be super precise with it. They're not the most responsive. And I'm showing you guys this in real time. I'm literally clicking the thing and okay, so maybe it likes more. Okay, all right, so I was trying to do more of a pointed press with it. It really likes a full like fingerprint on it. It doesn't like just the quick, like if you're not, don't use your fingertips. It really likes a full fingerprint on it. I know I kind of just wasted a bunch of time showing that, but it's the small things like that that actually matter, you know, when you're daily driving this thing and you're going down the highway and you want to turn on your heated seats or something. You don't want to be like over here fiddling with buttons and stuff. What I should say is you would rather have a tactile button that you know you hit rather than sitting here trying to hit a non-existent button that doesn't, there's no haptic feedback on it either. I can't remember if the Series 3 had haptic feedback or not, but that's something that I would improve. Maybe just do buttons here, because on the Rams they do have, if you get the 8-inch screen on the Rams, they have the buttons like along the bottom here with the climate controls. So that's something that I wish they would have done, but unfortunately not the case here on the Wagoneer. So at $76 grand, I do believe this interior is still worth the money. I guess the thing that will really determine it is the ride quality. So let's go ahead. We'll go ahead and take it out for a ride. My short drive over here, I did notice, obviously it's going to be a little bit of a step down, but I think it might still be worth it in the end. All right, here we go. 2022 Jeep Wagoneer. Let's see. Give it a little bit of gas. So it has the 5.7 liter Hemi. We are in kilometers per hour. There we go, that's better. Now, of course, it's not super fast. It's the 5.7 liter Hemi with e-torque. So it should be about 400 horsepower. I'll put the official numbers here on the screen. But you can definitely feel the car is very, very heavy when you are accelerating. That was not full throttle, but it's fast enough to where you don't feel like you're getting out of your way. Now, if you get or you can't get out of your way. English is hard sometimes. The Grand Wagoneer, so this is a standard Wagoneer. We have the Grand Wagoneer above this, which is going to have the 6.4 liter Hemi, which I am very anxious to drive. That should be really good. I'm actually kind of curious to see how quiet of an exhaust system they put on the Grand Wagoneer to maintain the luxury feel of it, because it's supposed to be a luxury vehicle, but that 6.4 can sound quite good. So I'm kind of curious to see if they left some of the good Hemi tones in the 6.4 and the Grand Wagoneer. But here in the 5.7, basically the Ram 1500 truck engine, so nothing too spectacular about it. It gets the job done. The transmission is very smooth. You hear the shifts, but you don't feel them. That's what I was just listening for. So I So normally, like when a transmission shifts, you'll feel it like in your back in the seat. You do not feel it at all here in the Wagoneer. They've definitely done wonders on the transmission tuning on this thing to make it as smooth and comfortable as possible. Now the ride, it's not bad. It's very, very good. I would say the Series 3 still has the upper hand, but we have a big bump. Or I guess it's becoming our traditional patented sour horsepower bump up here that I test all the cars on to see how the suspension is. But once we hit that, I'll give you guys a little bit more of a feeling of it. But just cruising down a relatively smooth road here, the car is butter smooth, absolutely butter smooth. So like I said earlier, we have a little bit smaller wheel, which gives us a little bit bigger tire, which usually leads to more comfort. But we don't have the air suspension like we do in the Series 3, just a standard, you know, coil spring suspension. But let's go ahead up here, hit this bump, and then we'll see how good it is compared to the Series 3. Now, I still kind of remember, I drove the Series 3 a week ago, maybe a week ago, a little under a week ago, and I still kind of remember how that felt. So let's give you guys my initial impressions of this up here. All right, so here we go, coming up on the big bump, and not bad. Not bad at all. That's completely acceptable for this kind of vehicle. Completely acceptable. Now, I will say, like I've mentioned earlier in the video, it's a very gusty day here, like 20-mile-per-hour winds. With the shape of this vehicle as being like a slab down the side, a straight slab, the wind gusts hitting it are kind of pushing it a little bit over the road. But the steering is nice and smooth. Not heavy at all. It's very light steering. The brakes are a little touchy, but that could be because it's a brand new car. Brakes got a bed in and stuff like that, but they do stop very well. I will give them that. So right now, it just did the auto stop start. Now I'm going to see how responsive it is once we go to kick back on. With the e-torque, it should be seamless. It actually should start moving, I believe, on electric power before the engine kicks on. So let's test that out. Nope, it kicked on it. Okay, so it didn't even feel, actually, that's noticeable. Normally when you have the auto stop start, you gotta, when you let off the brake, you'll have to wait for, you'll hear the starter go, like, click over on the starter for the engine to fire it up. This thing, I heard the e-torque actually kick on. It wasn't the starter, it was the e-torque itself. I heard it do this little wind up worry thing, and it fired immediately up. So that's actually, actually, I've driven some e-torque cars before, but I believe I've always turned off the auto stop start, which was probably bad on my reviewing aspect of it, because that's kind of what the e-torque was made for, is to stop start and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm actually kind of impressed with that. Very seamless integration. It was instant. Like, I mean, as instant as you can make firing an engine up, that was basically instant. So good job there, Jeep and Dodge and Ram, or who all designed this. That was very nice. And it comes standard. That's the standard engine here in the Wagoneer, so you can't option it without the e-torque. So yeah, at least it works well in that aspect of it. All right, so as we wrap this video up, we're pulling up here to the dealership, and I've tried to hit as many sort of smaller bumps as possible. The suspension is very competent in the Series 2. It is still a very soft, luxurious ride. It is definitely a step lower than the air ride in the Series 3, but you will not be disappointed with the ride quality here in the Series 2. Again, as you can see here in front of us, thanks again to Heritage Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Owings Mills, Maryland, for allowing me to take a look at this vehicle today. If you enjoyed this video, give us a like, comment below your thoughts on the Jeep Wagoneer Series 2, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care, have a great day.